Howdy. This is Jeremy, the tall trainer, and this is the Trouble Zone Burner. All right, so I'm calling this workout the Trouble Zone Burner, and what we're going to get out of this is we're going to get total body exercise, so we're going to get the metabolism revved up, but we're also going to burn some of those specific trouble areas. So the back of the arm, around the belly here, around the thighs, hips, and butt. And so we're going to try to be, really getting some great exercise into these areas, but also getting metabolism going, so we get the benefit of fat burning and also some localized toning that we can get. And some of these exercises, some will argue you can't get that, but I dare you to say that if you scoop ice cream all at the same time, I had a client who had a son who worked in an ice cream shop. He scooped ice cream nonstop all summer with one arm. That one arm did look more muscular, more fit than the other arm. So you can spot tone a little bit. You can spot strengthen a bit there, but you can build muscle in a spot. You just can't lose fat in a spot by doing exercise. So we're going to get the benefit of both things, fat burning and some spot toning there. The first exercise is a lunge tricep. And so we're going to do left side and we're going to do right side. First exercise one side, next exercise the other side. For this workout, you're going to need a dumbbell. You might need 2 different ones. I recommend for females somewhere around 5 to 8 pounds to start with. Guys might be able to get a little bit more, maybe more like 10 to 15 for some of these. So the lunge tricep is going to be from a big lunge position here. So I got 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, weight on the heel here, chest out, back nice and straight, back leg's pretty strong there. I'm tipped forward. I got my elbow right by my knee here, and so that gives my body, to lean forward as I'm doing this. Head's on straight. I'm going to grab onto that weight. I'm going to lift the elbow up, and I'm going to press that weight behind me. So I'm going to stick that chest out, pressing that weight behind me. One thing I'm not doing is I'm not following that weight. I'm not turning and following that weight. I'm keeping that chest out and pressing back. So this is getting my legs, this is getting my abs, and this is getting that tough spot on the back of the arm all at once there. So you got 1 minute on one side, and then you do 1 minute the other side. So you switch over, go here, chest out, butt out, elbows up high, and you're pressing back right in there. Now this can be done at different levels, so lighter weight is easier, a higher lunge is easier, so up here is easier than down here. And so you can adjust that a little bit for yourself and work your way towards a harder and harder level. The next exercise is jumping jacks. And so jumping jacks can be done right here, kind of full version of jumping jacks, or the half jumping jacks. The idea of this is just recovery. So I don't want you going really fast on these. It's just nice, easy go at it, just to kind of shake out some of the burn that we got from the other exercise. Next up is slow mountain climber with a twist. We're going to move our dumbbells out of the way. We don't need them for this one. Coming down to the ground, hands are on the ground, feet are back behind, hips are low in there. And so this is a mountain climber. Mountain climber is usually done kind of tapping in here. What we're going to do is we're going to slow it down. So a lot of times it's done for cardio, done fast. We're going to slow it down, and we're going to bring the knee towards the opposite arm. So hips are low, I shift in there, and then I come back out. Shift in there, I pause at that touch moment, and come back out. This is big in the abs. Big in the abs, pretty strong in the arms there too. And so you're just alternating nice and slow. So you have a minute that you're working on this one. This one, really can't be done from knees a whole lot, but what you can do is you can take and go up to an elevated surface. So you can do it off a coffee table, do it off the arm of the couch, countertop, something like that, but then that'll get you still that same crisscross pattern to make it a little bit easier for yourself, but it's going to get good stuff around the middle. Next up, high knees. And so you can do it right on a march, you can do it on a jog, but again, this is to be recovery. It's recovery, so it's really about just shaking stuff out. So again, keep the metabolism going, get the heart rate going a little bit, but really make sure we're not burning ourselves out so we have energy for those strength exercises. So you're going, it's like an active recovery is a way you can think about the high knees. As I'm doing that, I'm keeping my back straight, looking straight ahead as I'm doing that. And if I'm doing the jog, still the same, just faster. Next, the tap back, touch and punch. All right, this one you might be able to do a heavier weight than the triceps. You most likely will be able to do a heavier weight than you did the tricep one. And it's going to have a lunge component to it too. So I'm going to tap back with that foot. I'm going to come down. I'm going to touch this weight to the ground. Make sure you don't bend your back to do that. Keep the chest out, tap the weight down, and what you're going to do is you're going to stand back up and press. And I can make that a little bit more smooth right in there. So you're allowed to use a little bit of that momentum as you're coming up. Not a lot of it, but you're allowed to use a little bit of that momentum. So I'm getting this leg, I'm getting my core because I'm connecting everything together. And that arm is getting some pretty good work too because I have a decent weight here. This is a good strong weight for myself. Right in there. So you do 1 minute on one side, then you do 1 minute the other side. I'll show you that one. So I'll show you from the front on this one. So you're tapping and you're punching. Tapping and punching. Right in there. And as you're stepping up, you're trying to use this front leg, pressing down through the heel to lift yourself up there. All right, so we're not trying to push off the back leg a whole lot, trying to really lift with that front leg. That will get you a lot more out of this exercise. The next exercise is fast feet. We're going to start from a wide stance, step in, out, 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 in, out. Again, our active recovery exercise. So it's a little bit like jogging in place, except just a little bit more purposeful than that. Our arms are fairly relaxed. They can be pumping just a little bit while you're doing that. So again, a chance to recover a little bit, but to keep things going, keep the metabolism revving throughout the workout, but some localized muscle rest. Next up, the side plank back fly. So for this one can be done from the knees. It can be done from the side of the feet. And knees is a little bit easier, side of the feet is harder. All right, so knees, make sure the hip stays off the ground there. Make sure the shoulder is right over the elbow, not out here. That's kind of cranky on the shoulder. All right, so get that underneath you. Not too far underneath you because that's too cranky too. All right, so we're right in that right spot, lifting up. So I grab this weight and I'm going to raise it up overhead, just like this, and then come back down. Raise it up and come back down. This is a good weight for me. This is pretty good. So this is going to be back towards that tricep weight. Maybe a tiny bit lighter than that. All right, so you got one side, the next exercise the other side. I'll show you from this angle here. All right, so you got the other side you're going to do. Keep the body nice and straight. Raise up and come back down. So you got a minute on one side, a minute on the other side. Oh boy. Core, shoulders, back. Oh. Some really good stuff in there. The final exercise, a reverse crunch with a pullover. So you'll go back to your heavier weight, or maybe the heaviest weight that you've used so far. All right, so what you're gonna do is, you're laying on the ground for this one. You're gonna grab onto the weight and use the weight as an anchor. All right, so legs are gonna be up in the air, knees are bent, abs in tight. What I'm gonna do is, using this weight as an anchor, I'm kind of pressing up into it, but I'm not lifting it right now. I'm gonna do the reverse crunch. So I'm lifting my tailbone off the ground a little bit, pushing my knees towards the ceiling. I squeeze and then put them down. Then I'm going to do the pullover. So I squeeze and down and then pull over and down. So I'm alternating between these two. So I got some back of the arm stuff going on, and I've got some big time lower abs going here. If I want to make this tougher, a heavier weight will do, or kicking my legs out farther can get those lower abs kicking up a bit more there. All right. So, all these exercises have multiple movements going on, total body stuff happening, really, really good for our total body, but also for those specific trouble spots there. And so we've got around the legs, all those lunging positions. We got around the arms with the movement we're doing with the dumbbells. And I can even get my heart rate up, doing that thing. So 1 minute each exercise, you go through that, you take a rest, go through that, take a rest. You can get it about 3 times through. That's gonna be a really, really good workout for you. If you're not sure you got these exercises right, you think you might be doing them wrong, you feel pain in a joint, stop doing it, contact a professional. Contact us or some other trainer if you're not anywhere near our area, and make sure they track you down, find out exactly how you're doing this exercise and help you to do it better. So here it is, the trouble zone burner. Back of the arm, butt, thighs, belly. Good, great, awesome, total body exercise. So Jeremy's saying, have fun, be safe, and burn up those zones.